Greetings Diecast Racing fans, and welcome back to Vulcan Raceway. Welcome back to Sharky's Garage for this episode 0 of the Mustang Shootout. Today we are going to be sending 67 Mustangs down the wing over track, firstly on the red lane, secondly on the blue lane, the flying fenman driving each one, to choose the 16 that will be available for people to sign up on. I have arranged them in an approximate order by age as best as I can. We have got cars from Hot Wheels. I believe there's some Matchbox in there. There's also some Majorette, and I believe there is yeah, that's it. I don't think there's any Corgi or anything like that. Anyway, before we get into the main part of that, don't forget to do the usual things: like, comment and subscribe. So yeah, the feedback seems to be that this camera position for the finish line should be quite good for the actual racing. We'll be running them down without using the start gate as such today. So I have got them as an approximate order of age as I can, starting with the oldest and working my way through. Where they are clumped together, they are the same cast, and sometimes the same year. So we're going from oldest. I couldn't find any more of my Mach ones. I'm sure I've got a purple one somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. This is the 80s ones. I think they're the 82s, they're the 85s. That metallic green one in the middle there has got a metal base on it, so I think that's going to be quite fast. Into the 90s. So these are three GT concepts, so they are all slightly different, but they're the GT concepts. I've done it there. And then we're into the 2000s, with the 2005s, 2007s, up all the way up to there, the latest Formula Drift ones. These are the Majorette ones. I'm not quite sure what year they are, so I've put them in at that point. And the red Mach-e, which you'll probably see racing at some point in red versus blue. So let's get the flying fenman behind the wheel of this first one, get it up to the top here and see how they go down. Now when we run them down, ones that pass will go on the inside of the track. Ones that fail will go on the outside of the track. So you should be able to see from the camera position up the top here where they are. Right, here we go, starting with the red lane, starting with the oldest one, which is a 62 Ford Mustang concept. That gets through. Next up, one of the only two convertibles. This is a 65 Mustang convertible. Gets through. Now, one of the best looking cars that we've got, which I think is around that period. It's got a metal base, it's metal top, it's opening hood, bonnet, so I hope this one gets through. And it doesn't. We've relocated the camera crew. Now onto the first of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 65 Mustang Fastback. I think this is referred to sometimes as the 2+2. This one, the purple one, which I think Princess Sparkles would love. Gets through. The silver one with the 11 on the side, very Eleanor-esque. Gets through. Now this one, the blue one, is my favourite colour scheme, I think, of these. And only just makes it. Now this one is white with purple. and makes it through. Onto the burgundy red one. Now Gulf livery one. Doesn't make it. 1967 Mustang GT, vented bonnet, black colour scheme, sexy as hell. Makes it. Next up, the only matchbox we've got, which is an old super fast Boss Mustang, 1972, so it's a very old one. Pre-loved, obviously, but it's still got it. Next up, two 69s. The red one, that is very rapid, and one that is in the Vulcan tyres livery. That red one's certainly going to be one to watch. Next up, three more 69 Mustangs, but they've got large rear wheels. They're more of drag cars. Black, red, just makes it, and blue. Right, onto the 71s. 71 Ford Mustang Fastback Mach 1. The Mustang 5-pack, very rapid. I'm just going to move that before I send the two funny cars. Right, we've got two Mustang funny cars. Got a green one. These are 71s. Just makes it. And the purple. So these are metal-based metal uppers. And the last of the 70s ones, we have got a Mach 1. I couldn't find my purple one. Don't know where that is. And it makes it. Moving on to the 80s now, but you will notice that some of them, where they were only just getting across the line, I've stepped them slightly back in the left-hand line here. So that gives me some idea for, if I've got more than 16, which ones are the slower and which ones are the quicker. Right, so on to the 80s with the 84 Mustang SVO. Got several of these, starting with the red one. The black with green, which I think is stunning. That was very quick. Silver. Purple for Princess Sparkles. Not as fast as the others. And finishing off with the white one. Actually, the white one is the first of the 92 Ford Mustangs. Nice and rapid. Now this one I hope does well because it's got a metal base. So it's really heavy. Nice. Red. Hikari and Keldon love the red ones. And the last of these, the teal. So far, most of them are making it, which makes my job not quite so easy. So now we're moving on to the 99 Mustang, starting with the black one. Makes it. And the red one, which is the birthday special edition. You can see by the bonnet. Which doesn't make it. Next up are the 3 GT concepts. The first one doesn't have the bumps on the top. And doesn't make it. Second one does have the lights or the light bar on the top and definitely doesn't make it. Now this Track Patrol one has got a push bar on the front and the lights on the top. I really like this. I hope it makes it. And it does. After this, that may be moving into service at Vulcan Raceway. Now we're on to these ones, which are the 2005 Ford Mustang GT. So we've got a yellow and 2 oranges. First the oranges. Got to have an orange one in here for cuboid, hopefully. Only just makes it. And the second orange one. A lot faster. Right, moving on to the 2005 Mustangs, but these are the more drift action ones. Grey, doesn't make it. Sorry about that, folks, forgot to turn the light on at the far end of the track. So this is the 2005 in that gorgeous green colour. Lots of splitters and spoilers and stuff like that. Makes it, but not that fast. The grey with the checkerboard. A lot faster. And finally of those is the white with the checkerboard. Next up, one of 2 Ford 07s, but with the Vulcan colour scheme. This one is pre-loved. The second one is a fresh pull. Gets across the line, but only just. And this is the fresh pull. A lot faster. Now there's been some really nice variations on this 07. I love the blue with the flames. Only just makes it. So it is the night one. So this would be the Night Rider, for those that get the joke. So yeah, let's see if that one makes it. It does. Another blue one, metallic blue. Only just makes it. And then this one is the black with the red wheels and the flames. I really love this one. I hope it makes it. It does, like a rocket ship. Right, we're now going to move on to the more modern ones, starting with the 2010 Ford Mustang GT. In red, the Coils Drift Team one. Like a rocket ship. And this one is the GT in blue. Or teal. Okay, onto the blue ones, and these are the custom 2012 ones. I am going to do some drift racing at some point, so some of these that may not get into this, that have qualified, will get put into that. That one hasn't made it, so that will go into my personal collection. And yeah, 17 left to go. We've got more than enough at this stage. This yellow one, very buzzing Hornets for those that are into F1 racing and Eddie Jordan. Next up, we've got the 2012 Ford Mustang Boss 302 in Laguna Seca. Doesn't make it. Given that was a Laguna Seca blue, that was pretty special. Now this is a green of the same cast. Only just makes it. The only other convertible, this one is the 2015 Ford Mustang GT convertible. Rapid. Now I've got two of these, one is pre-loved and the other one is fresh pull. It's a 2015 Ford Mustang GT in black with the baller tampos. Doesn't make it. Now this is a fresh card pull version of the same cast. And a white version. Now this is the only 2018 Ford Mustang GT I have. Again, it's baller but in red. Doesn't make it. 3 cast versions to go. This one was out of a 8-pack, I think. And there is 5 of this version of the cast. This is the custom 2018 Ford Mustang GT in full drift spec. So I like the matte black. Makes it in white Golf livery with the number 19 on it. Doesn't make it. Next up is red spoiler alert version with the one white front spoiler, the mismatched wheels, and doesn't make it. Finishing off that, we have got the red Formula Drift version, and the grey Formula Drift version. Only just makes it. 4 cars, 2 casts to go, and these are majorettes. These are majorette Ford Mustang GTs. They have opening doors. This is the gold one, it's really nice, and then I've got 2 blue ones. I don't know whether they'll make it or not. No. First the 2 blue versions of that cast. Doesn't make it. Got a bit of the Matchbox wine going around the corner. And the last of those, I hope one of these makes it. It'd be nice to have multiple casts for manufacturers. It does. So at least we've got one going through into the blue lane. Last cast of the day on the red lane is the red car. It is a Ford Mustang Mach-e 1400. You will see this in red versus blue. 3, 2, 1, race. Nice and rapid and through to the blue lane. That concludes the red lane. So after the red lane we have got 14 eliminations. These ones here. And we've got 53 through to the blue lane, of which 14 are slow. So they're tipped back, which is why I think that they may not make it through. Right, we'll get these lined up, back up to the line and get for the blue lane racing. Right, moving on to the blue lane with 53 to run. And decision's been made to start running the slow cars first and then run them in year order. Starting with the slow cars, we've got the 65 Mustang Fastback that I really liked, but again, just makes it. This black one, which is the 67. Which again just makes it. The Matchbox super fast. Doesn't make it. The 69 Boss 302 in Vulcan colours. Doesn't make it. think these are the 71s, the red one. Doesn't make it. The funny car, the 71 funny car. Makes it. 2005 Mustang GT in orange. Makes it. The green 2005 Custom. Makes it. The pre-loved 2007 Vulcan. Doesn't make it. The Blue and Fames 07 Mustang. Doesn't make it. The light blue one. Doesn't make it. Now on to the 2012 Ford Mustang Mustang Boss 302 Laguna Seca in green. Makes it. Next up is the custom 2018 Ford Mustang GT Formula Drift. Doesn't make it. Last of the slowish ones from last round, which is the Majorette Ford Mustang GT in blue. Does make it. Now we'll move on to the ones that were faster and on the first lane. 62 Concept. The convertible. Onto the 65 Fastbacks, the purple one. The silver one, the Eleanor looking one, the white one, and the burgundy one. Now on to the 69s. That thing is really rapid. I suggest that one might be one that's going to do well. Onto the big wheel 69. Black. And blue. That was rapid. Onto the 71 Mach-e. And onto the purple 71 funny car. The white Mach 1 finishing off the 70s style casts. Doesn't make it. We've already got 18 through as we finish the 70s Mustangs, so as such I'm going to have to choose the fastest ones. And we're now moving on to the 80s with the 84 Mustang SVO in red. Rocket ship, the black one. Silver one. And the purple one. Now on to the 2007. No, these are not. These are 92 Ford Mustangs. The white one. The one with the metal base, the dark green one. Not as fast, but that may have the weight which will help it in the thingy. The red one. And finally the teal one. Finishing off this era of stuff is the 99 Mustang. And then we're into the noughties. Does make it, but quite slow. 18 to go, starting off with the concept with the front bumpers. The yellow one. Quite slow. Orange one. This is not the slow orange one for last time. That's already proved that it can make it. That might be faster than the yellow one. On to the 05 Customs. Grey one. And the white one. That seemed a bit faster than the grey one. The Fresh Pull Vulcan 07. The Black Knight. That was quite slow. The black with flames and red wheels. That seems the most rapid of those. The 2010 Mustang GT. And the other one. The first of the custom 2012s. The Buzzing Hornets yellow one. Nice little spin after the line. The second convertible, the 2015 Mustang GT convertible in orange. That one may make it in simply so that Cuboid has something to pick. Just 5 to go, starting with the black Baller 2015 Mustang GT. And the white version of that cast. Drifts and slides out. 3 to go. First of 2 of the 18 custom GTs. The black one with the matte paint, which I really like. Slow. And the red Formula Drift one. Spins out and almost crosses in reverse. Is this why you don't use drift cars in straight racing? Anyway, the Mach-e 1400. All the way through. So the red lane sees 10 eliminated, including the Matchbox Superfast, and some because they spun out because they're drift cars, which left 43 through. Of the slower ones from thing, 4 of those were still slow on the other lane. The other 3 did make it through relatively well. Okay, there's some slower ones there, slower ones there, and slower ones there. I will come back to you once I've raced this off and chosen the 16 that are going to be in for you to sign up for. But you will have signed up for them by the time you see this, because otherwise it would be cheating. So I'll come back to you in a few minutes once I have chosen the 16, which we based. If you've got 4 here of the same version, I'll race them off and find the fastest ones. I'm going to try and include as many different versions of different casts as possible. So there, we've got 4 of the same cast, so probably only one of those will make it. I'll try and make sure there's a good colour switch so that, you know, there's at least one orange one for Cuboid to race, at least one purple one for Princess Sparkles to race, at least one red one for Hikari Rin to sign up for, because they tend to sign up by colours. I don't think it's the best way to do it, but, you know, we'll see. Anyway, I'll come back to you with the sign-ups. Some time later, we have got the final 16 selected, and there was a hell of a lot of racing to get to this point. I have tried to get as many different versions of cars and different years of cars as possible, starting with the 62 Ford Mustang Concept in black, the 65 convertible in light blue, the 65 2+2 fastback in silver, the Eleanor version, the 69 302 Boss 302 in red, the 69 in blue, the teal Mach-e from 71, onto the purple SVO from 1984, the white from 92, the GT Concept Track Patrol from the start of the new bodies. Then on to the 05 Spoiler Alert in white. Then we've got the 07 in black. We've got the 2010 GT in red. We've got the 2012 Custom in yellow, the Buzzing Hornets one. Or I think it's Buzzing Hornets. We've got the 2015 GT Convertible in orange, the 2018 GT Custom in matte black, and finishing off with the Mach-e 1400 in red, which is the latest cast. That's it for today. Next week, the Flying Fenman will be taking these down the track against the clock to get you your times. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you all again next time.